Hello. Good afternoon. How's it going? Hello, Growlithe. Hello, Core. Hi. I turned that down a bit. I had it turned up the other day. Okay. There, come over here. Wow. Stream companion. Get my tablet out. Need that. I'm prepared. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Pretty normal day for me so far, in that not a lot has happened up until this point. Medication. I've realised I've started using Stream as my reminder that I need to take medication. Because my medication is on my desk. And I generally sit down at my desk to stream. Probably a cold, coughing a lot and lost my voice. That sounds like a cold. Yeah, not taking medicine. No, I am taking it. I am taking it. I don't have to, but I think it was advised to take it with food. And obviously I have lunch right before stream, so taking it at the start of stream is like a good sort of thing, yeah. I keep calling it medication. It's not that serious. I'm not actually on, like, a prescription or anything. But hey, it's something I take daily. It's a pill I take daily. That's basically medication. You know? Got up on the couch with a hoodie and a hot water bottle while I was working. Oh, get the comfy. So comfy. I got a little lemon sweet. You're taking Centrum? Okay. I don't... Centrum? What? Are you naming brands again? Lemon sweet. Yum. Oh, a vitamin brand. Okay. Why do Americans always call medication by the brand and not what it is? Centrum is old people vitamins. I was calling you old. Well, the joke flopped. So, ha. You know what Centrum is. I don't. That says more about you. Old. I'm just enjoying the lemon sweet. I like lemon. Here they have old people ones, kid ones, ones for men and ones for women. I'm old. I've come to terms with it. That's fine then. I guess because in America they're advertised by the brand. Oh, I guess. I feel like over here we just call the medicine what it is. With ask your doctor if the X medication is right for you. Fair enough. Yeah. Centrum is specifically targeted as vitamins for old peoples, but vitamins are vitamins. Yeah. Yeah. Well. I should take vitamins because my diet is probably lacking. And also, it's winter in the UK, so I do have some vitamin D store that I had a few months ago, but because we had sunshine, I kind of stopped taking it. So I should bring that up and put it on my desk as well and start taking vitamin D again. And a reminder that it is literally posted on the NHS website that people in the UK should probably take vitamin D supplements in the winter. Because a lot of the people don't. I forget to, but was reminded to yesterday by Mamka's ill. So I had some this morning. Good, good. Vitamins will help with the cold, especially vitamin D. Yeah. I am taking. I've already said it's not really medication. It's a supplement. I'm on the advice of my mother. I am taking oil of evening primrose, which Cor may not know, but Growlithe might, because it is a thing that generally is taken by women. But it's also a little unclear if it helps or not. It doesn't harm in any way, but it's one of those ones where it's like, we don't know, and my mum's like, I swear by it, it makes me feel better, and I'm like, I don't know if this is placebo effect, but if it's not going to help, and it's oil, so it's probably going to be okay with my joints. My joints might appreciate that. I don't know. So, my life isn't going to end if I miss one, but I'm taking them anyway. Assuming it's not going to hurt. Yes, it's not going to hurt. We get a fair amount of ask your doctor if brand name drug is right for you and gives you zero idea what the fuck is supposed to do. Gosh. Like, we do have adverts for medication, but I don't feel like that much. And even then, it's not, it doesn't tend to be like prescription medication. No, I've got the hiccups. I don't really take drugs besides aspirin if I have a headache. I mean, we just take paracetamol. I take paracetamol for... I don't generally take paracetamol for a headache, because I feel like if I have a headache, I am either 1, dehydrated, 2, looking at my screen too long, 3, need to go to sleep. So I tend to do one of those things. But I do take them for, obviously, my monthly cramps for being on my period. Usually vitamins and over-the-counter stuff for colds. Yeah, pretty much anything that's over-the-counter is what you'll see adverts for. You won't see an advert for anything that's a prescription that requires you to go to a doctor. But hey, we've spoken plenty of times about the American medical system. Or that one advert that was just forehead. Apply directly to the forehead, because they couldn't say anything else because it wasn't medically recognized to actually do anything, and you can't tell lies. So it was just repeatedly going, apply directly to the forehead. Apply directly to the forehead. Doesn't do shit. I also take Midol every now and then because feckle hate keeping it for your lady times. Hey, I'm against gatekeeping. I'm against gatekeeping. I'm not buying 2 different types of shower cream for shaving when they are the same, except one comes in a blue tin and one comes in a pink tin. It's all just shaving foam. You just buy one. What is Midol? See, again, brand names, not medication. We take paracetamol. Pain reliever meant for lady times, if I recall, it has a bit more caffeine and something in it. I'm gonna have to Google this now. Can't believe you're making me doing this. What the hell is Midol? What the hell is Midol? Oh, it's that acetaminophen again. Acetaminophen, caffeine, and a couple of other things. Isn't Tylenol also acetaminophen? That's another American one, isn't it? Ibuprofen is the go more than paracetamol. Yeah, my go-to is paracetamol. I have a friend who I believe is allergic to something in ibuprofen, I think. Or is it paracetamol? I feel bad that I can't remember. They're allergic to one of them. It takes the other. We have both in the house because of the... Yeah, I use them interchangeably. Yeah, paracetamol, also known as acetaminophen in the US. So yeah, you're taking paracetamol. You take paracetamol, which is, just what we do. But again, we call it paracetamol, whereas you guys call it branded stuff. We just call it paracetamol. We call it the medicine. Yeah, so acetaminophen and paracetamol are apparently the same thing. But ibuprofen, paracetamol are both for pain relief, but ibuprofen has an anti-inflammatory in it. which is why we like obviously using it for various things. There we go. Well, today, you see, I said yesterday, you always come to stream and you learn something new. Today we're learning about medications. Aspirin Tylenol whiskey, yeah. They all do the same thing, makes the pain go away. You sound like Spook. Do not take alcohol with medication. Disclaimer. See, I listen to Everhood 1 quite a lot, because that's on the stream playlist. I actually haven't listened to Everhood 2's soundtrack a lot again, because I haven't put any on the playlist. I need to pick out my favourite tracks and put them on the stream playlist. I might rework the stream playlist for next year, or maybe I'm just going to make a new one. It will probably have a lot of the same songs on there. You know what? Let's do this. That's better. Excuse me. But the Steam Awards are up for this year. I say that because me and Curls were in a VC together when we noticed a call together when we noticed, so we sat and did our nominations. And I mention it because I put Everhood 2 on one of my nominations. In fact, I put it on 2 nominations. I think what were the categories again? I know it was one was I put Everhood as my game of the year. I was thinking about that for a very long time. But I also put it as what was it? My most anticipated. There we go. My sit back and relax reward. Let me show you. Let me just show you this a little bit. Sit back and relax. I put Let Them Trade because, frankly, I did. Because it had to be games that came out this year. I would have put Kingdom 2 Crowns, but Kingdom 2 Crowns did not come out this year. So, outstanding story rich, Everhood. Best soundtrack, Everhood. Best game you suck at, Monster Hunter. I don't suck at it, but I'm going to put Monster Hunter. Innovative gameplay, I put Repo, actually. Visual style, Artists, if you guys remember when I played that on stream. Artists, Impact, very beautiful. Better with Friends, Sheep Herds, we played it once, it was astounding, I love it. Best game on Steam Deck, I skipped because I don't own a Steam Deck. Labor of Love is Kingdom 2 Crowns. Me and Curls finished Kingdom Two Crowns. It's so good. VR game, I actually couldn't nominate for because the only VR game I play is VR Chat. VR Chat did not come out this year. And game of the year, I put Everhood. And I probably sat there deliberating whether I was going to put Monster Hunter or Everhood for about 20 minutes. And it basically came down to Monster Hunter is the game I will keep going back to and playing constantly. But let's be honest, how many times on stream have I been talking about Everhood and telling people, hey, you should go play Everhood and all of that? So for that reason alone, I put Everhood. I don't think Everhood will win Game of the Year. Obviously, it won't when you've got Claire Obscura and Silk Song and all of that. But I nominated it. So there we go. Steam Awards. I suppose we get along so well. That's true, though. Random game you might enjoy. It's Seed something, Wild Seed, kind of like Spore. I think I have seen that. I do remember seeing a game that was very like Spore, and I was like, I did wonder when people would start doing that because let's be real, the Spore was great in concept, just maybe a little lacking in execution. I still had fun with it. It's not Wild Seed though, because Wild Seed is a different game, which also looks very cute. Wild Seed also does look very much up my alley. Strange Seed. Strange Seed is the game you're thinking of. I find it interesting that it came out the 5th of November and apparently doesn't seem to have a lot of reviews yet. Overall reviews very positive. Okay, that's good. Dunno. We'll see. Hi, Nemo! I don't know why it's doing that. Why it's cutting it off there, of all places. How goes it? It goes well. I am upsetty at a game called Brew Barons. Okay, what has it done? What has it done to upset you? Drinking tea. Whew. You know what I only just registered until now is not only does Boopies call me mom, which I'm fine with, but Jay put me forward to voice Toriel, i.e. the mom character. Am I just mom coded, guys? Am I group mom? It's a potion maker game, but with beer and airplanes. Airplanes? Interesting. Oh, darn, which text did I pick for that? This one. It looks cool, but it uses AI for some of its voice lines. Oh, fucking yeet. What you do is you leave a bad review and say that you will change the review if they hire voice actors. That fucking sucks. You have that many wives, I would argue you are a crew of mums. Yep. These people have to be punished so that they learn. You leave a bad review and you say, I will change this review to good if you get rid of the AI bullshit. And for devs who are like, oh, we're just using the AI as placeholders, I would literally prefer that you put nothing in. If you're using it as a placeholder, I would literally rather you just leave it blank. Of, oh, we just don't have voice acting yet because we can't afford it, but we're going to add it in later. I would prefer that. You know, oh, our game's in early access, we're just using this placeholder artwork. I would literally, you rather put a sign on the wall that says the word placeholder. I always check for AI. I ain't giving my money to that. I don't care if you're a reason. It has no place in the creative space. Yeah. There is always an alternative reason. There is always an alternative. Always. And like I just said, if it is literally just a, we can't afford it, I would prefer you not put it in. If it's a, oh, we can't afford to have voice actors, I was like, cool, your game doesn't have voice acting then. It's that simple. You can't afford voice acting, you don't have voice acting. That's how it's been done for years. We do not need to stop that. And Reluctant such a game that has ever used it, honestly. Same. Same. I was reluctant to play Palworld for a while, but then I believe that was somewhat debunked. I believe. It was a long time ago, so I can't find the source. I believe someone when one of the artists and one of the lead devs was just like, no, and here's the evidence, but I can't remember where it was. So I can't provide the evidence myself. I know I say somewhat, I believe they claim they state that it was not the case. I can't find it. So I believe Steam's new TOS requires games to state if they use AI in their development. The only acceptable AI is the OG use of the term before all this nonsense where enemy AI determines how they act, or Elder Scrolls AI making someone with an arrow wander off because it must have been the wind. Yes, that is correct. Actual artificial intelligence. The key distinction is generative AI. For when we want to be specific, it is generative AI that we dislike. Actual computer AI is fine because games don't function without actual computer artificial intelligence to run things, you know, to run NPCs and to calculate things. It's needed. Generative AI is the shit that we hate. We had AI and it meant what it meant, not we used a machine that mass shoal stuff. Yeah. Now you have to explain. Yeah. Yeah, Palworld does not use generative AIs to create its pals, according to the CEO and lead developer. The company stated that artists hand draw thousands of sketches for character creation, and the publishing division even has a policy handling games that use generative AI. Rumors suggesting the otherwise stemmed from their previous game, AI Art Imposter, and the CEO's general awareness of AI, but the company has repeatedly denied any use in Palworld's development. Pocket Pair's new publishing division has a policy against handling games that use generative AI, with the CEO stating, "We do not believe in it." So, eh. But yes, it is. It's sad that it's come to this, really, isn't it? Okay, so I'm gonna leave that like that. I'm gonna duplicate this one, so I've got a fallback, and then we rasterize this, transform it. Wait, edit. Skew? Is it skew? No. I feel like 90% of the issue of Palworld was very upsetty poker freaks being upset about a game that's good. Yeah. And it's like, I have eyes. I can see that there are designs that look very similar to certain Pokemon. I have eyes. But I think literally what I said almost 2 years ago now, because Palworld has been out that long, of like, hey, if Nintendo is literally not suing them over their designs, then it's probably fine. Because Nintendo is instead suing them over their stupid of like, you can't have a Pokeball mechanic. So it's like, if they're going to sue them over that, but they're not going to sue them because this one pal looks like this one Pokemon, evidently they're okay with it. You know? So, yeah. I think I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This was months ago. But I think there was actually a thing where someone like posted and they were like, "Oh, I ripped a model from Power World and compared it with a model ripped from Pokemon, and they're exactly the same." And then a couple months later, they went, "Hi, I lied," and I was like, "Wow, what do you mean you lied? You were that butthurt? Jesus." How did I do this before? How did I do this again? I literally did this before. How did I do it? Mesh transform? Was it that one? Yes, it was this one. It was mesh transform. I forgot I turned the grill on until I smelled baking paper burning. Oh, baby, I've been there. Baby, I've been there. Yep. Yep. Select these bits. No, not like that. There we go. Oof. That took needlessly a long amount of time. On the plus side, grilled cheese. Yay! Grilled cheese or cheese on toast? They are very similar, but also different. I still think it was very cute when I heard the story about Sam Strippin, who wanted cheese on toast, and Dodger, being an American, made him a grilled cheese, and he was like, "Close, close." And she was like, "Why? What's the problem?" And he was like, "Don't worry about it. It's fine." Hello, Art. What's the difference? Is it cheese? Is it cheese on toast? Is it not? So yeah, a grilled cheese by American standards is a cheese toasty, whereas cheese on toast is cheese on top of toast. It's open face. Cheese on toast is literally bread, cheese, under grill. That's cheese on toast. A grilled cheese is closed, is a sandwich. And for those who go, there's no difference, the difference for our chemistry fans is the Maillard reaction. Because when you make a grilled cheese with two pieces of bread either side, the cheese in the center gets all melted. But as you would expect, but when you do a cheese on toast and it's open face, the cheese is exposed to the heat source, and once it melts, it then also starts to bubble and crisp up ever so slightly, kind of like on the top of a pizza. And thus, it actually has a slightly different taste and texture because of the Maillard reaction. Which is the Maillard reaction, for those who don't know, is the process by which stuff gets that slight, like, crispy, like, outer crust when it cooks. And then generally, the Maillard reaction is why we consider, you know, fried things and cooked things to be tasty, because it gets that nice outer crust. Yes, the Maillard reaction is a chemical reaction between amino acids, reducing the sugars that occur in food is heated, causing it to turn brown and develop complex flavors and aromas. The Maillard reaction is literally why we have toast, because we bake bread and then we go, but what if we cooked it again? And it is the Maillard reaction, causes the outside of the bread to, you know, toast and turn crispy, which is why it's like, oh, if you want toast, why not just have bread? It's like, well, bread does not plain untoasted bread does not taste the same as toasted bread. That is the same concept with cheese on toast, basically. A cheese on toast that has been grilled under the grill and has had the Maillard reaction does not taste the same as cheese that is just between two slices of bread. That is the difference. That's an actual explanation. There's an actual explanation for people who are like, there's no difference. It's like, there is a difference. And it's science. The science of cheese on toast. Cheese science. I very much believe that the anti-Power people were actually upset at Nintendo for not making it, but they're too pro-Nintendo to blame Nintendo. I probably wouldn't say that's too far off, actually. Literally, fuck you for making the game that I want when Nintendo didn't. I can't be mad at Nintendo, and it's like, spoiler alert, kids, you can. You sure can, buddy. I use cheese sauce, so it's already liquid. Fair enough. It's why the sides of a brownie taste better than the center. Yes, that as well, because the sides of the brownie have that reaction from touching the side of the tin. Correct. Again, you're learning things here today that you probably didn't expect to learn from an art stream. I won a quiz with that question. We were doing a quiz, there was like a TV quiz that we were doing along at the same time, and one of the questions was literally like, what is the process by which food gains a like toasted exterior that changes color and flavor? And I was literally like, it's the Maillard reaction. It's the Maillard reaction. And they were like, how do you even know that? And I was like, it would take too long to explain. Do you want to know why? I know what the Maillard reaction is. It's because Game Theory has a spin-off channel called Food Theory, where they talk about the science of food. And I learn about the Maillard reaction. Because sometimes these goofy channels actually let you learn things. So there you go. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a video of someone being like, we're going to compare a grilled cheese to cheese on toast. Ah. I'm hungry, if that's fair. Cheese on toast acquired. Nice. It's also why, when you want to make a cheese on toast, you put it under a grill and not a microwave. You probably never even thought about that, but it's like, you know, if someone's like, oh, just make a cheese on toast in the microwave, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, that's not how you make a cheese on toast. It's to do with that. Some people fry them. That's true. Microwaves do not produce the Maillard reaction. Which is why one of the many reasons, there's multiple reasons, but it's one of the many reasons why I find of like, yes, you can heat stuff in the microwave to be quicker, but it doesn't taste as good. Whereas if you could fry or grill something, it would take longer, but taste better. Yeah, some people fry them. I think most people fry. Funny enough, this was a question that I had before, which I think nobody could suitably answer to me, which was, why do Americans call them grilled cheese when 90% of the time they're fried? I couldn't get an answer off anybody the last time I asked. Why are they called grilled cheeses if 90% of the time they're fried? Hmm? Because we fry them on a grill or a griddle? I guess this is just Americans and Europeans having different words for things again. Because I consider a grill to be something that has the heating element, like. A grill to me is one of two things. There is a barbecue grill, which has the heat underneath it and has the slots, or there is the oven grill, which has the heating element on top. But if you're doing it on, like, the top of an oven in a frying pan, that's being fried because it's in a frying pan. Yeah, on the hob. Yeah, because we don't call the hob the grill. A grill is something different from is different to us. You have a barbecue grill, or you would have the oven grill, which I think you guys call the broiler? Broiler. I think. Yeah, a broiler is the top heating element in an oven used for high heat cooking that is called grilling in the UK! Right. Fucking America! America! Just shakes you. IJ. That's what the broiler is? I always wondered. Yeah, what we consider to be a grill, Americans call the broiler. Which I guess is where another thing with the cheese on toast and grilled cheese confusion comes up, because we would, I would, if you asked me to make cheese on toast, I would put it under the grill, which you would call the broiler. If you wanted me to make what you would call a grilled cheese, which I would probably just call a cheese toasty, I would put it on a frying pan, and I would fry it and flip it over. Which is why I was like, why is it called grilled cheese when it's fried? It's because we call things different. Words mean things! When I make pizza pretzels, I wet them a bit before I toss it into the microwave. Yeah, the whole glass of water thing is to do with steaming, isn't it? And moisture absorption and stuff like that. There is a science behind it. In my house, we have a griddle that stands separate, not a flat iron grill like in a diner. Griddle is a heated slab of aluminum with legs. What? Oh. Okay. That's weird. But okay, I guess. I'm using my bingo hole. This is also tangent. Yes, this is a tangent. We did tangent. Definitely tangented. What is a jaffle? It's good for making pancakes. Again, I would just make pancakes in a pan because we have a hob on the stove. Some people use the words stove and hob interchangeably. See, now the big question for me is, what do American ovens look like? American ovens. You guys have hobs. Why do you need a griddle as well? Just use a pan? I'm confused. I'm confused. Having to image search a griddle is something flat that they put on top of the hob. So that sounds like... Yeah, because the only time I think you would see... We have griddles in the UK, but they are not home appliances. They're generally at restaurants. In that a restaurant will have, as well as the oven and the regular sort of hob, they will have... And I know this because I've worked in a kitchen, multiple kitchens actually. They have big, flat things, generally, for like, frying 5 million burgers at once or something like that. So we do have griddles, but they're not an at-home appliance. You don't typically have a griddle at home. Ah! Get off. Ha-ha! I removed it! Ha-ha! I win! That's the first time I've done that. I can't do another one immediately after either. No, because people spam things too much. Right, I got confused over on my own sketch of which is which. So this is the top finger here. This is the middle finger. This is the little finger. This is the bottom of the mug. I want a refund, says /J. Oh, don't worry. If the rest of the chat is anything to go off of, you will have plenty of points. I am constantly nagged by people that I have not enough redeems for the number of points that people have. I am too busy. Silly rice country and their silly ways of cooking. That's such a funny nickname to me because it's like, America doesn't produce rice at all. Why did they call it rice country? Okay, I feel like this does go like that. But this doesn't. That just needs to go like that. Into a smooth thing. There we go. That's how that should be. You'll have to look up a jaffle. My brain is too full of Nongo. I want food. Get food! What is a jaffle? What is a jaffle? A jaffle is a sealed, toasted sandwich popular in Australia and South Africa, typically made in a dedicated appliance called a jaffle iron. Oh, okay. I've seen these. Again, not common. I have seen one of these. My parents briefly had one. It was not called that, but it was what this looked like. It made a toasty, but it was like pressed sealed, and yeah, they put it on the hob, flip it over. Cool. I didn't know it was called that. It's funny how every single nation is like, you know what's good? Bread with cheese. Toasted bread with cheese. I have over 200k points. I ate today. You're allowed to eat more than once a day. You're allowed to eat more than once a day. You do know that, right? Didn't know it was an Oz thing. Apparently it's Oz in South Africa. I also need to lose 0.8 kilograms. Yeah, but there's other ways to do that from starving yourself. Did you know in fact that starving yourself sometimes has the opposite effect as well? Sometimes when you starve yourself, your body is like, oh, is food really hard to come by right now? Cool, we're gonna enter energy saving mode. If you fits, do you sits? Sometimes. Sometimes. But I'm not a cat. Sometimes. I'm not starving myself. I won't let my body go that far. Okay. Okay. I have gone back and looked at some of the older stickers, and I do think on some of them I did more of a 3D on the earrings. I am thinking of going back and changing that on some of these. In fact, let me open my previous stickers again. Some of them I did, some of them I didn't. Literally, the pout one I did, the rest of them I didn't actually. So I didn't do it on all of them. So it is literally situational. I feel like that's fine, that's fine. This one, it's because of them drooping down so much. I feel like I do need to draw them like that. Like this. Something like that. I'll need to reposition them. The best way to lose weight is to move. If you stop losing weight from moving, then move more. Pro tip, try not to lose more than a kilogram a week, or your body not doing good things to your body. That's true. I did my 120 squats, left, right, side leg lifts. Jesus, that's a lot. Left, forward, right, forwards. Jesus, that's so much more. I did a workout yesterday. As you guys know, it was a very leg-focused workout, and my legs hurty. Also some cat-cow stretches. I do those. They're part of the wind down. We go, what is it? It's child pose into cow, into scared cat, into scorpion, or whatever you want to call it. That last one has different names, and then back again. Scorpion, scared cat, cow, child. That's part of the wind down for the exercise I do. Blah. Here's what we're gonna do. Me and my boys gonna mesh up. Fuck. I'm gonna do these on another layer. I'm gonna lower the line weight, which will help with fitting them in. Short! Look how fucking short that guy is. When you were born, everybody thought that you were just a head, but then the doctor said, wait. Your short ass baby got a tiny little itty bitty body, and I hate it. Always a kid. Right? Don't. Gonna loot that motherfucker. Bitch. You'll need some front leaning rest. This is a joke. Yeah. I forget the word, but it's like doing a push up without your arms, so you just kind of lie down and try to lift your shoulder up high and back. About 20 of those. I don't think I've tried that one. Well, the workout that I do always ends with push-ups. So they'll mix it up every week, but it always ends with push-ups, and I think it is because just push-ups is just the best way to try to exercise your arms, because they do loads of different ones for like your core, your legs, like maybe some to try to help like some of your back sometimes. But it's always just right, and we're gonna finish off with some push-ups, and I'm like, Okay, those need to be higher up, I think. Wait, what layer are you on? Oh my god! It finally happened. We've been doing these for a week, and I managed to avoid drawing on the wrong layer, but it happened. I drew on the wrong layer. Where is it? Wrong layer. 3 in 1 stream. Imagine. I also want a nicer butt. That's very valid. I did something I'm rather proud of. I finally figured out how to restring my pants so I can wear the pants that the string broke on again. Hey, nice! Thumbs up. I need to repair the pocket in my dressing gown. It has a massive hole in it, and when I say massive, I mean it is almost big enough for my phone to go through it, which is a problem, because when I'm wearing my dressing gown, I will sometimes put my phone in my pocket, so I need to stitch that up. Catch me doing stitching while I'm frickin' doing D&D prep. There we go, that's better. Let's move this higher up. Tilt it a bit more like that. Yeah, that's better. They're about halfway along the ear rather than towards the tip, but because the ear's down, it's like a little bit awkward. Maybe even a bit higher than that, actually. Like there. In fact, looking at them, these ones need to be moved along, I think. A whip stitch would take care of that. I tend to just do like a running stitch. I'm not an expert at sewing, so when I need to sew stuff, it's like, let's just do a running stitch backwards and forwards like 6 times. Part of the problem is that the lining is like a kind of silky kind of thing, so the hole isn't like the stitch broke and came undone. It was like the entire fabric has become kind of torn. You know? So the entire fabric has become kind of like all jaggedy. So I gotta like stitch really high up. Eh. Christmas coming up. It is! Ah. It's Christmas! Okay, that's looking pretty good. I should probably check with PK, but I'm currently assuming, I don't remember if I asked, but I'm going to assume that, like, no hand wraps. Basically, what is Lucky's morning routine? Is it wake up, eye patch, coffee? Because they said they don't sleep with the eye patch. Hence this one. If you don't mind the pocket being a little stiffer, then maybe see about picking up an iron patch. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I need to, like, reinforce it. I'd need to reinforce the inside, because being a dressing gown, when I say the inside of the pocket, I mean the bit that you put your hand in. Because being a dressing gown, the inside is all like, you know, fluffy material to be soft. So if I have like a bit of like rough on the inside on my dressing gown, it's probably going to feel uncomfortable wearing it. But I don't sit there with my hands in my pockets in my dressing gown. The state Lucky's in hand wraps isn't a thing yet. That was my thought, because the hand wraps aren't covering any injuries or anything, whereas the eye patch is. The eye patch covers his blind eye. But his hands aren't injured in any way. The hand wraps are like an aesthetic thing. Unlike my own character, Tala, whose hand wraps do cover injuries. Pirates, they like to start with the ear. They do sleep with the earrings in. I sleep with earrings in. I don't take my earrings out to sleep. Especially when they're hoops. If I'm wearing studs, studs are uncomfortable to sleep in. Hoops, comfortable to sleep in. I have had these hoop earrings in for probably about, funny enough, probably about, what, should we say, 3 or 4 months straight, which is I took them out to put wedding earrings in. Yeah, about 3, nearly 4 months. Yeah, I took them out to put nicer wedding earrings in. I live with these earrings in. They got bought for me like many years ago. Hand wraps properly takes time and purpose. That is true. That is true. It's part of what Tala does on a short rest when she gets, because when she gets in combat, they get all torn up because, you know, being a werewolf and claws, and also the way that she uses her abilities, her hand wraps. She carries about like 10 spare bandage wraps to rewrap her hands because she has to rewrap them nearly daily. She carries a lot. They get towards the end of an adventure, they get pretty torn up because like she starts to run out. But that's my character. But yeah, I do think I need to move the earrings along on a couple of these. I think looking back at the ref and looking back at here, the earrings are like halfway along the ear, and I think on all of these they're slightly too close to the end. They're all, this one especially, it's too close to the end. I really need the bathroom. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. fuck are you two talking about? What are you fucking talking about? Oh my god! Let's go! Dan, my darling. Hello. I love you. How are you feeling? How's the cold fever thing? How are you feeling? Also, hello, Hope. Hi. I see you are here as well. Hi. Ah. My goodness, you guys were doing a lot of talking while I was away. Ah. Excuse me. Goes back to dying quietly. No! I'm sad. I'm sad. Do you need soup? What's the vibe? Is the vibe soup or is the vibe ice cream? Yeah, I need to move these along. Soup is kind of ice cream if you leave it out long enough, or is ice cream a kind of soup if you leave it out long enough? Just saying. Gazpacho is a soup that's cold. Soup is not defined by its heat. Don't die, you will hope, flying face kick. Wow, don't attack my wife, she's ill. I'm so tired. Hope is also your wife, so that's true. I do not encourage infighting in the wives. Ladies, there's plenty of me to go around. Okay, I was about to move all of these along, but I think potentially the vibe is basically just to delete that one and draw another one here, maybe? We extend that. And I think I just draw another one like here. What? You say that, Blue, but you're pretty busy. I am! Don't take advantage of me being busy! Thinkable Blue Isekai anime now. I saw more of Den's art and I once again got amazed. Yeah! I love it. Den is an amazing artist. Harem anime, not so much isekai. I was going to say, I don't think isekai is the correct one. Some of the best isekais are Mundane Job in Another World. Mm-hmm. What is the blue anime? The blue anime is I got transported to a magical world and became a fisherman with multiple wives. Is that the blue isekai? You'll simply watch that anime and you'll understand what I mean. I don't know anime. I'm messing this up a lot. I probably should have just redrawn this instead of trying to fix it. Just get rid of you. And you. And you. If you see the anime smartphone in another world, yeah, don't touch it. It's absurd amount of adult jokes more than the anime context. Oh, ew. Brother, ugh. Fluffy Paradise is the blue anime. She just likes critters and makes friends with them all. Yeah, that sounds like me. That was what we were playing last night. That was just what we were playing last night. I'm still not happy with this. I've already redrawn it once. Dead people can't pay for stuff. Aww. Yeah, PK is paying for stickers. I'm sorry. The only reason I have stickers is because they're modified versions of my emotes. He's dead to me! Wow. The story of dead PK is going great. I know, right? First it was PK doesn't love us, and then it was, oh no, he doesn't love us, he's just dead. Is he a ghost now? Is PK now a ghost? Teneco have the vibe of Ace Attorney. Get bugged. If you look at the evidence, he's quite clearly dead. This is just a note that says I do what I want.
Core is being mean again.
Where's the mum thing coming from? This is the second time. Hold up. Why am I mum now? Cause, stop fighting. If we recall our last episode, it's shown that through a spirit medium, a dead person can indeed be brought back to life. Possession is not the same as being alive again, but it's also not the same as being dead. I feel like I'm gonna have to clip this as well, so we're starting to have like a mom compilation. As weird as that sounds. Mm-hmm. How about Den versus Cork? Oh my goodness, that would take quite a bit of digging. There's probably enough there, but that would take quite a bit of digging. Just to show how mean you are to me. Oh. Big baby. I think that's better position-wise. Although I have really mucked up some of this line now. That's a bit better. Dead people have historically been put on trial before. That's also true. That's also true. And not even in Ace Attorney. First draft of service user report is done, and since the manager longest one, I have done as they get overwhelmed by too much text, so instead lots of info sheets and bullet points. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I don't think most laws support that these days. No, not these days. But it has happened in the past. Can I connect to this corner? That might help. Jesus, look at this freaking clusterfuck. Connect those. Nope. 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 Not even vaguely where I am touching. Why? Not even vaguely where I'm touching. Still hungry after my cheese on toast. Oh dear. Biscuit time? Biscuit time. I think I've fidgeted with this too much, and I don't know if I've now made it look worse. I stuck my foot again and now it's asleep. Uh-oh. But keep foot warm. Sit on foot, keep foot warm. Am I being too nitpicky, guys? This doesn't look right. I'm hungry. I want McDonald's. We have food at home. I forgot my dad bought me macaroons. Hey, macaroons! Let's go. Tonight is date night. So me and Spook are gonna go out for food. Oh my. ridiculous emoji. Looking respectfully. Den is looking disrespectfully. Am I overthinking this? You know me too. Does it look okay, guys? The earrings. I wanted them moved, and now I've moved them, and I'm like, I don't know if that's alright. Like, they're in the right position, but I don't know. I've probably spent too much time looking at them. There. Everyone hope before if they keep sticking their tongue out at me, I will bite it. Oh my. Looks great to me. Okay. Okay. I think I'm overthinking. Because I need to change these as well. I'm also not happy with these too. I need to move them along on these as well. Blah! When you come back and you look at stuff and you're like, actually, no. I think this one is just going to be as simple as maybe taking this and moving it there. I think literally I'm going to take that and put that there. One lamp or two. How do we decide who wins? Love wins. I'm trying to do thumbs up, but the tracker does not like thumbs. Love wins. Jello. Oh, referee. And here we have live footage of Den refereeing the match. I don't know who this character is. I just grabbed the first one off the Google. I don't know who this character is. So that one looks fine. That one turned out okay instantly. It's just the weird angle on this one that's like messing with my brain. Am I to understand that a Jello fight is to wrestle in a tub of jelly? I don't actually know myself. Excuse me. God, my parents would be ashamed of me. Oh boy. Why did you connect with that line? That line of all lines? Why? That's a fascinating choice. Welcome back, Art. I'm guessing burping on the internet. Yeah, yeah. It's really funny because in our friend group, we literally don't care. And if anything, we have this mentality of when we belch around each other, we go, nice. Or we're just, we're all just like, you know, yeah, we make fun of it of just like, nice. Yeah, just like, Um, but when I do it around my parents, they're really old fashioned. They're just like, oh, just rude. That's rude. Oh, rude for a lady to belch. I was raised to proudly burp, of course. Mum is self-proclaimed tomboy, so it's a normal thing, human thing, you know. Burping, but you're not a lady. Wow. Or do you try to hide it? I don't know. I don't know. You're a queen, and queens may belch as they please. Thanks, Core. Thanks. Again, it's funny how different cultures have different like perspectives on things. Because another one is slurping. You know, slurping your food when you're like slurping it up. I was always raised as a kid of like, don't do that. It's a horrible noise and no one likes it. And then in other cultures, it's like, oh no, you're encouraged to slurp your food because it shows that you are enjoying the food. It's taken as a compliment of like, wow, this food is so good. My culture is also don't burp. See, yeah. We are not amused, but I think if anything, I literally started saying nice to people who burp because, literally to like counteract my upbringing of like I was always told that this was like a rude thing to do, and thus would be self conscious about it. So when my friends burped around me, I would say nice to basically put them at ease, to just be so that they wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I just did something really rude." So I would immediately just be like, "Nah, it's fine, you're good." So I just started being like nice whenever a friend just burps around me, just to be like, "It's fine, you're good." Come to Oz, spiders belong here after all. I don't think I will ever. I don't think I would go to Australia if I was paid to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You could not get me to go over there. Why not visit us? That's true. Look, I'm already slightly nervous because I unfortunately saw a picture of someone taking a photo of a massive spider that they saw in Japan, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" I didn't know. Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, that makes sense, but also, oh fuck! I really hope I don't see any bugs while I am over there. They have spiders in Dubai too. I know. The real reason I stay in England for the entirety of my life because the biggest spiders that we have. Spiders don't get bigger than your palm over here, okay? If the spider is bigger than your hand, you have a problem. John posts a lot of those content, and I like his reaction. What, Jordan the Stallion, the one who does the food? His food stuff is good. His poor glasses. That man goes through so many glasses. He must buy like cheap pairs to break and then have an actual pair that he doesn't throw. He must buy cheap glasses to throw around. Hope is bigger than your hand. She is a wife. Hope is the exception. We know this. She's only like half spider. Now I'm done futzing around with all of that, I need to come back to this. We're going to do a little bit of border thickening. Okay, let's do some coloring. We love coloring. What is this layer? I've been trying to avoid doing this. Having blank layers that have nothing on them. Yeah, delete that. Evidently it had nothing important on it. Brr, 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 brr. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum, bum. This is where I get to have a tiny amount of creative liberty because we didn't discuss what the pajama top was going to be at all. So now I need to decide: do I want to put like a picture on it? Do I want to put like a pattern on it? I get to have a little bit of fun here. I need to have a think about what I want, or I can ask PK. I probably should ask PK. Let me do that. I may not get a response from him because he is likely at work at the moment. House, let her be mine, and mine alone. Drink some water, thank you. I'm going to taper the end of those ears a little bit. Grab a little bit of orange around the eye. Make sure that that's neat. I have no idea what it is our neighbours do, but it feels like almost every day for like the last 6 months there's some form of drilling or hammering or something going on. And I'm like, what are you What are you doing that requires that much work near daily? Because, like, yeah, when we moved in, we had to hammer and nail a few stuff, but eventually we stopped. Are you going to try Where Winds Meet? It's free to add to your Steam library. Where Winds Meet? What is? Where Winds Meet. What is? Open world action adventure RPG set in China. Century players assume the role of young sword masters as they embark on a journey to cover the mysteries of their own identity. To win, carry your legend on an epic journey east. Interesting. No, it's very brother. It's horrendously AI, but also hilarious. Still is. If it's AI, then no. If someone breaks the law too much, they get pelted with vegetables by other players while being carted around town by jailers. Oh dear. Time to bring back public shaming! They're still drilling. They're still drilling something. I don't know what needs so much drilling day in and day out. They building stuff? Completely rebuilding a room? I don't know. I don't really talk to my neighbours, so I don't know what they're doing, but they're constantly working on something. Maybe they have a workshop. I mean, they have a shed, but this is very clearly happening in the house because, I mean, you can kind of tell, can't you? You can tell the difference between the sound of someone drilling outside and the sound of like a drill that is basically reverberating through the walls because we are in a terraced house, so the walls are joined, so the vibration and the sound carries through, which is why I can hear it. I'm technically in the opposite side of the house from them, but I can hear the drill. Hi, Raz. Maybe they're fraudulent hammer testers. Maybe. Yeah. When you guys say that that game is AI, how is it get AI? Because this is part of the conversation we were having earlier today. Because AI to drive like how things behave is, you know, how video games are. But generative AI is the poop. Are you sure it's drilling and not a lathe or something? I don't think I've ever heard a lathe, so I cannot confirm or deny. Hello from the lands of tulip and cheese. Tulips and cheese! Cheese. I'm not sure how much of it is AI. What part of it is AI? I know anything about that game. I was just saying I won't support AI. I also don't support AI, but I need to know what it is. Because as we were talking earlier, of just like, video games have artificial intelligence in order for NPCs to function. Like, that's just a thing that video games have. And like we were talking about earlier, the one game where it's using like AI, generative AI to generate voice acting, and we're like, no, hire voice actors. It does a whole upload a picture of your face and it will make the character look the same. We used to do that in Rainbow Six Vegas. It's still gross though. I don't want you taking pictures of my face though. Ew. I don't know about that, Chief. I've not seen any dodgy fingers or anything. Yeah, fair enough. That's why I'm asking, of just like, well, what part of it is? Some games you can literally tell. Use AI to make your face through either your face, your voice, or other thing that I forgot. I don't want games sampling stuff from me, okay? I definitely am not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of the government doing it, let alone a game doing it. A portion of the NPCs in Where Winds Meet use AI, which allows for dynamic conversations that differ amongst chat keeps scrolling. That differ from traditional NPC interactions. These AI-powered NPCs are for optional side interactions and not used for the main story for all the characters in the game. While there are thousands of crafted quest NPCs, some hundreds of them use AI for chat. That's so vague, though. What does that mean? That actually doesn't answer the question. That's a politician's answer. It's like, yeah, all NPCs are powered by AI. That's what it stands for. It's artificial intelligence. But my question is this AI generating conversations, or is this just a case of, the AI is just picking which things to say? It kind of sounds like it says that it feels like that's saying that they generate a conversation, which is a bit on the ew end. I mean, it's super helpful when doing homework, but I don't want the AI to do homework for me. I want to help me instead. Yeah. How else are you going to learn? Considering most places say if it's on the game, they own it, or just give you them the rights to your face. Yeah. It's a good tool that's sad it's being used like this instead. Why would I trust a gamer doing it over the government doing it? I don't trust either of them. That's so vague. I'm just thinking about that now, of like, that doesn't answer anything. Although I will say it sounds like a step down from your core's initial response of that game is plastered in AI. Of like, okay, I wouldn't say that's plastered. It's still AI, which sucks. The whole stop killing games movement got brought up in UK core. Oh, did it? I actually haven't been looking at that. It could be helpful that it should be used in case it should be used in creatives and shouldn't be used to heavily relied on because it can mess up big time. Spell check is now AI, so yeah. I mean, again, it kind of always was because it's like it's an artificial thing that is trying to guess what word you were saying. It always has been. That's what that means. It's artificial intelligence. It's trying to think what word you're trying to use. Ugh. It's a hard topic to talk about as well because some things are so loose and undefined. Which game was this? What was it again? The Where Winds Meet. Apparently. It conflicts with our Online Safety Act, so no. Oh, for fuck's sake. The Online Safety Act that everybody wanted. I miss when we could just enjoy games. You know? You guys remember that? Do you remember when we could just enjoy games? Before everything was a moral dilemma. I believe Spellcheck is a fully realized AI because it seems like it hates me. That's true. Spellchecker is an AI that was specifically designed to hate core. You could buy discs and you own the game, right? Yeah. Because why would you need the disc after downloading the content? I remember when you had to have the disc because there wasn't downloadable content, because that was just not a thing. I remember when downloadable content wasn't a thing. You bought the disc and you got the game, and the game had all of the game on it. You didn't need to download everything, and you had to put the disc in because the disc had the game in it. We should go back to when you buy a van you own. When you buy a when you buy a van you own the game and didn't need a new patch every other week. Games had to work. I miss them when the games had to work because you couldn't patch them. Games had to work. Back in time when we used cartridges, or even further back in time when we used tapes. Yes, tapes. Cassette tapes with the game on it. Please enter disc 2. Oh my god. Pretty sure I own games on floppy disk somewhere. I'm pretty sure we do as well. Spook has a little tray full of floppy disks. I'm assuming they have games on them. I remember when games didn't have local storage, no saving for you. No, so you had to have passwords. You couldn't save the game, so you had to have a password, and you would write it down on a piece of paper. And then when you loaded up the game, you could type in the password, and it would then load to that section of the game. And that was how you saved. I have that on one of my SNES games. I'm gonna do a little bit of... Actually, I might do it after the shading. I was thinking about putting a bit of, like, shadow under Lucky's eyes, but I might do that as part of the shading layer. Sad I never got to have the Nintendo consoles. The first Nintendo console I had growing up was the GameCube. I wasn't actually a Nintendo household. I had friends at school who had Nintendo consoles, and I would go around to their house and play them. And we had PlayStations, and they would come over to our house and play our PlayStation. So the first one I had was a GameCube, and then I went back when I was older, and Spook has a 64, and I found a SNES in a retro game market for like 20 quid, and I was like, steal! Absolute steal! Anyone remember the phone lines you could call for advice when you got stuck? Yes! I was never allowed to call one. That's, you have to ask permission to use that family phone. I was never allowed to call one. But I do remember in the back of the book of just like, you can call this number. first one I owned was the Sega Master System, I think. It was a hand-me-down, but yeah, we didn't have a at-home console for ages. We had a PS1 was our first home console, but I believe the first game machine that we had was the original Game Boy Brick. I grew up with my iPad 2 or 3. Hope officially iPad kid! Point and laugh! iPad kid! I desperately tried to download Minecraft instead of downloading Pixel Gun 3D and enjoyed that game. Not many people know the light version of Minecraft Pocket Edition. I think, hilariously, I think my dad downloaded it once. Because my dad does enjoy Minecraft. He does actually play it sometimes on PC, so I think out of curiosity he got the Pocket version. Oh, you guys have been. Oh my goodness, you guys have been talking so much while I'm concentrating. First console was a Game Boy Color, which I still own. My parents had a Sega Genesis and SNES though, so I grew up with those. Nice. Our first console was the Game Boy Black and White. We did not keep it when we got our Game Boy Colors. One of the Sega consoles came with Alex Kidd already on it. If you start the system without anything, it would start the game. That's neat. Smoke coming from our washing machine? I don't think they're supposed to do that. That doesn't sound good. We need to sit down and pick one for a while, but shit keeps coming up. Yeah, I feel that. Back when our shower exploded, it was just like, whoa, just when we finish paying for one thing, we have another thing we have to pay for. I would help if I would. Aww. Even though you hate me. Aww. Yeah, there's always a fine line between you could fix it yourself, but there's always the, like, should you fix it yourself if you don't know what you're doing? It can be a hard decision sometimes of, like, I don't want to break it more. I don't have the expertise for that. Shit. All of that's on the wrong layer. Okay. Whew, nothing else was, thank God. Eh. I feel like I need to maybe do a little bit with this. I don't know. Hi, Vistu! I don't know. I'll see what PK thinks about that. Steam is working on a console that could mean Half-Life 3. I wouldn't be surprised if they announced something to try to promote their new thing. Because it's the Steam machine. It's what typically companies do is they have a new console, so it's like here's a thing for the new console to thing. But because it's a piece, it is a PC, not a console. It's more a PC than a console. It's like, okay, if they announce a new game, you can still just play it on PC. So, don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they do another like Half-Life Alyx thing because that was VR. Because they did that for the first Steam VR. So now that they've got another Steam VR, they might be like, oh, here's a new Steam VR game thing for our what's the word? For all of our stuff because they're all designed to work together. I love this song. It really is my current hyper focus song at the moment. underground, there are no names, just a kick drum, heartbeat, pounding vein. Come closer to me. Can I breathe you? I need you. Come closer to me. You know what you do is the friction. Come closer to me. Can I breathe you? I need you. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do is the friction? Okay. Shading is turned off on. But in the underground, there are no names, just a kick drum, heartbeat, pounding insane. It's the friction. Come closer to me. Can I breathe you? I need you. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do is the friction? Oh wow, I've never seen that. Nemo, I've never seen that. That's kind of cool. Okay. I think this is at the point where I guess I send it to PK for like final OKs. I'm probably gonna need to do the tidy underline for everything. Which I leave till last in case anything needs tidying. We are still going to be doing this on Friday because I've only got about 5 minutes left and I need to do all the scaling to the two formats that I provide for Telegram and Discord. So we will work on this a little bit on Friday, but probably not a lot. So Friday I might start something else. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes stuff can get a little bit iffy in the rescaling stuff, but you know, because I take pride in my work and I do things to try to make sure it is all good. If I put a mask on this. Oh, interesting. The outline doesn't apply on the mask. That sucks. Delete mask. Which means what we do is we put all of that in another folder. Put all of that in another folder so that we can then mask it. The mask is included in the outline. Itchy. Tenstry, I heard we were talking shit about AI and was like, I'll show those meat bags. I don't want a single drop of AI in any of my home appliances. I've said this before. That shit don't belong in there. I was on the eraser tool. I'm dumb. Eh. Why are you there? Be gone. That little 1 pixel of clearance. Basically, I gotta do that to all of these. So, all of you for a group. In there, like that. Put the line there. Okay, maybe I think I did make that too thick. It's also not perfectly straight, is it? Adjust line width, fix width to 8. Lahe! How dare you? Khadeh. Why are you adding all these unnecessary points? No. Stop it. I do not want. Can we do custom sounds for that app? If so, Den's would work. What? What? I think so. I think you can upload sounds for sound alerts. I think. I've never done it. They needed to. If you changed your mind. You mean that? Is that what you mean? But it's funny when that comes through on the TTS, though. Which is basically the same thing. Can I get that as a redeem? Oh my god, what would that even be? What would that even be? Oh my god. I don't care. Wait. I didn't agree to anything. Wait. Whoa, wait. I don't even know if it is a thing. I just assume it's a thing. That's what I meant. I feel you, Core. I got K points in here doing nothing. I literally said this earlier this morning. I am aware that everybody has a lot of points. I don't know, okay? Cries. I just appreciate that you guys watch me so much. Another 10 years to feel young again. So I'm sleeping around and I swallow the pill. My head is a mess. My head is a mess. Oh god, this is a big one. And it needs a side as well. Yeah. Yeah, you can go there, actually. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. Oh. So we need to put another group for all of this. So many groups. Groups within groups. Many groups. Groups within groups. Here's a mess. Somebody had to give the mods something to do, might as well be me. What do you mean? Mods? No offense, my mods don't do shit. I'm the one who has to do all of that. Which is why it doesn't get done. What do you mean? Might as well give the mods something to do. Mods? Yeah, where? What mods? Somebody has to give the mods something to do, honestly. I'm the one who manages all of that. I realise what the easy way to do this is, which is to turn this off so that I can see. There we go. There's the clear line. And I'll never be anywhere but here. I don't think mods even have the permission to add redeems, and even if they could add redeems, the redeems wouldn't do anything, because if you want redeems that do stuff, it's all set up on my VTubing software. Excuse me. I'm talking about redeems, not enforcement. That's what I mean. Mods can't make redeems. What do you mean give the mods something to do? Mods can't make redeems. That's more work for me. Reverse that. I'm not talking. Cool. If you don't start making sense, I'm going to time you out. Kitten fell off the window ledge like the graceful thing she is not. Oh no, baby! Oh no! Is she okay? I imagine she's okay. They're surprisingly more robust than you think. This is what I mean about spell check being AI. There's spell check, and then there's just not saying the correct thing, or you literally said reverse the thing I said. It's like cries. She's fine. At least she didn't bloody hang herself on the blinds like her sister. Oh my god. Oh, cats. Right, this is going to be an interesting one because I need to basically box this off. So let's start with at least the bottom side. We can do that fairly easily. Oh, it did the wrong one again. Like that. That one. Wait, no, that's not the layer that we want the mask on. We want the mask on this one. Oh, spinning plates, spinning plates. You said you are happy that people watch you, then I said somebody needs to give the mods something to do. It might as well be me. When you feel exhausted from a conversation. Sure. You're just giving me more to do. Bleh. Oh, big stretch. There it is. I could feel it. I needed that. Mmm. Crunch. I'll give you that one, because that one actually was my elbow. Funnily enough, the crunching that was happening last night was my wrist, which is a new development. That's probably from doing push-ups. Crunchy. Crunchy bones. Was it a good stretch? All good stretches come with sound. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it was. I said I needed that. Something didn't feel right. I needed it. Can you stop breaking yourself? No. No. I really enjoy you being here. Would like you to be around for a while longer. Aw, thank you. But also no. Last touch. Move that along. Yeah. Hey. Ooh. What are you? What are you on? You're on Nod. What are you? Where are you hiding? Wow. Wow. Stickers is. Yes. This is me. This is me. The yay. This is me now. Okay. So I've just gone for plain on the sleep shirt. Because PK did not get back to me. I will screenshot this. For PK. Otherwise, Discord sizing. There we go. Hello. There we go. Perfectly timed. There you go. We're done for the day. This book is here. Yeah. It's a good day. Alright, so that's where we're going to end stream. So I will see you guys tomorrow for Guild Wars. Guild Wars fun times, as we love to do. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever it is you get up to. And I'll see you soon. Abrupt end, because that's just it. There you go, we're done. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for the stream. Thank you very much. Thank you all for coming, despite all of the shouting. Thanks very much. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!